Thank you all for being here. I want to start by thanking all of our partners who are here with us, Capital Workforce Partners, the Hartford Foundation, United Way, Aspen Institute, who's been a partner on this, and especially our team at City Hall here, Christina Baldwin, and all the folks who work for us at the Department of Families, Children, and Youth for all the hard work that they do every single day. As you know, this administration signaled early on a desire to make a significant investment, an unprecedented investment in our children and youth. We created a $5 million Children and Youth Investment Fund, and today marks the first major investment from that fund, $750,000 from the City of Hartford, which is joined by investments from the Hartford Foundation, the United Way, and the Aspen Institute to a total of $1.2 million into our Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative to build a real backbone to address our at-risk and disconnected youth. And unfortunately, that is a significant population in the city of Hartford. We are at a crisis level with opportunity youth in the city of Hartford. They represent about 53% of our youth are at risk. 42% of our youth graduating high school become disconnected or deemed disconnected. That's crisis level. And our goal is audacious to cut that in half over the next 5 years. And to do that, we need an investment that meets the moment. But that's also not just throwing money at a problem. This is strategic investment developed over time through our Opportunity Youth Collaborative, a collaborative of 30, 40 of the nonprofits in the city that directly address our youth, deal with our youth at the ground level every single day. And it took a lot of listening to youth. And we've got some current and former young legends here who really guided a lot of that conversation. I want to say thank you to all of your work to get us to this point. The City of Hartford's investment is going to go not just to the backbone, but to providing direct capacity building support to 25 to 30 organizations across the city, to creating a data referral and intake system to ensure that no matter what nonprofit is serving those children, that we are taking in their data in the same way, and that we're able to refer it between organizations to ensure that we break down those silos, that those nonprofits working with our youth across the city are all rowing in the same direction. I often say that as a city, we are resource poor, but we are asset rich. We've got so many incredible nonprofits in this city, so many incredible folks dedicated to the lives of our young people. And this investment means that those people can all work in the same direction, that we can all collectively row in the same direction, that no matter what door a young person goes into, they have access to the full range of resources we have across the city to ensure that we are all able to speak the same language and understand where the gaps are, and understand where there's duplication of service, to understand where our young people are and who's serving them and who is not being served. This is about taking the assets we already have and ensuring that they are reaching as many of the young people as needed across the city. This is an investment in strengthening all of those organizations that do work with these young people who are facing unprecedented levels of crisis. And I'm so proud of this group that has come together collectively to work on this, to work on addressing opportunity youth. It is so often in so many cities that this ecosystem can be competitive and can feel like they are working in their own silos at cross purposes. This is one coordinated effort that believes that we can, working together, cut the number of at-risk and opportunity youth in half over the next 5 years. That's an incredible announcement. That is an incredible level of collaboration and participation, and we couldn't do that without every partner standing at that table together and without being led by the voice of our youth. And so, again, I would thank all of those at City Hall who do this work and all of our partners. And I will turn it over to Alex Johnson from Capital Workforce Partners to speak about their role in this.
Thank you, Mayor. And good afternoon, all. Again, I'm Alex Johnson, President and CEO of Capital Workforce Partners. Capital Workforce Partners is the regional workforce development organization for this region, and it is our purpose to ensure that employers have the talent that they need to meet their hiring needs and ensure that they have the talent to continue to grow their industries. And our role here is to support this effort, as the mayor said, as the backbone organization. And we're really proud and excited to play this role, but I want to first just thank the mayor and the Court of Common Council for making this tremendous investment in Hartford's youth. And I want to thank them on behalf of Capital Workforce Partners and the Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative, but more importantly, on behalf of our young people in this community. And this is an exciting opportunity for us to really demonstrate that we as a community can come together and really support our young people in a cohesive, integrated way to ensure that they have the career preparation supports that they need, that they have the behavioral health supports that they need, and they have all the wraparound supports necessary to ensure that they become successful. So as an organization, we're excited to support this collaborative. Also want to thank the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving, want to thank the United Way for their support, the Aspen Institute for their support, because we've been able to collect this funding in a way where we can really spearhead a strategic effort to ensure that our young people receive all of the supports that they need. So we're going to be hiring a project staff. We're going to be implementing a technology that enables us to track young people to ensure that all young people who are at risk are connected to services and ensure that we can, to the extent we can, enable their success. I also want to thank the three co-chairs of the Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative, Christine Baldwin, City of Hartford, Jen Gifford from the United Way, and Tania Banks, Tania Banks, who is with the Young Chairs, the Young Legends, because we're excited that we're doing this work not just for our young people, but with our young people. So really excited that there's members of our Young Legends here as well, because we're doing this in partnership with them to ensure that we, as the adults, are able to meet the needs for our young people to ensure their success. So again, on behalf of the Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative, Capital Workforce Partners, we're excited at this point, but more importantly, we're excited at the work ahead to ensure, as the mayor said, that we're going to bite into that number of disconnected young people. In over 5 years, we're going to ensure that we're cutting that number in half to make sure that our young people are connected, engaged, and supported so that they can achieve a level of self-sufficiency. So again, excited at this moment, and I'd like to introduce our next speaker, Joel Rivera from the Hartford Foundation, to make a few words.
Hello and good morning, everyone. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself, Joel Hicks Rivera. I work at the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving. The Hartford Foundation for Public Giving is a community foundation that's very much focused on 29 towns. So it's a place-based foundation. It's our community foundation. And I have the pleasure of directing funds into spaces connected to education, workforce, and post-secondary success. And we're really, really excited to be investing in the Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative. As the mayor spoke, we are excited that it's a collective impact work, and that it's really focusing on young people and making sure that our young people are getting access to employment and are being connected to education. So we are really excited, not only because it's about young people, it is for young people. And today we have some of the young legends represented here. It's important to understand that this plan was not made possible just by organizations. It was a true collaboration with young people. And so it's exciting to see that they're at every helm of all of the workspaces that you see in the plan that was created for HOYC. This is it's kicking off. It's exciting. A group of us are getting ready to go to Aspen Institute to talk to other funders and also to talk to the communities across the country that are also doing this work. I want to say thank you to the City of Hartford, just to really making sure that we're paying attention to what's happening to young people and the commitment to really serving the young people of Hartford, and to Capital Workforce Partners, who will be backboning the organization. Our investments are really in supporting the director, which there hasn't been one in a really long time. So this is a huge milestone to be able to bring somebody on. So thank you so much, and I'm excited for being here today. I'm going to hand it over to Eric Harrison from the United Way.
Good morning and thank you. It's a really exciting time, and we're so pleased to be standing here with our partners. Again, thank you to the City of Hartford. Thank you to the leadership of the mayor, Capital Workforce Partners, and the Hartford Foundation for Public Giving that's celebrating its centennial this year. and United Way has as well last year. And when I think about that, I think about all the challenges that this city has had and this region has had in the past century of service. We have been together. We have overcome floods and fires and COVID. But when we are together and we are focused, we can really create change. And I really want to emphasize that because I think that's very important right now. This type of collaboration is about public and private partnership. It's about leveraging funding. It's about coming together and locking arms. And so we're very, very proud. We appreciate the city's vision to have a bold goal of reducing disconnected youth by 50%. And that's what our mission is at United Way, is to end poverty, to mobilize resources and end poverty collectively in the A6O region. So we couldn't be prouder about this type of partnership. We hope there are future opportunities in the future. United Way will be there and be at the table for public-private partnerships like this that will achieve bold collective impact. And so I'm really excited to turn it over to the co-chair of United Way's Young Legends, Tania Banks, who's going to share her story.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tania Banks, and I am the co-chair of the Young Legends at United Way, and I am also the Youth and Young Adults Pathways Coordinator at the Urban League. And I am honored to be one of the first youth co-chairs for the Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative and for any Opportunity Youth Collaborative in the country. So it's just showing us that Hartford is making those steps to actually involve youth. Hartford Opportunity Youth Collaborative is important to our communities because our youth need opportunity. One program could change the life of at least 100 youth. And if we don't have these programs, then our youth are going to continue into violence and continue to not have a place of belonging. And what we're trying to do as youth and as partners is come together and actually work cohesively so that we can eliminate the barriers that youth in our city face, so that we can have one pathway, so that it's a smooth path just for any youth, so that they have a place to belong. And I am honored to be a part of this. I appreciate my coworkers and the people that I've been doing this work with for 2 years. And I'm excited to see what we can do as a collective to make this work for our youth in our community. And I'm going to pass it over to Mayor Arunan for questions.
Thank you so much, Tania, and thank you to all of our partners. This is an ambitious goal. And we understand that's an ambitious goal, but I think what you see is all of the partners here at the table putting our money where our mouth is, very literally, and understanding the urgency of this moment. And I'm really proud of this coalition that has come together and appreciate so deeply all the work that has gone into this. With that, we're happy to take any questions.
Do you have a ballpark how many students or how many youth you're looking to right away, or is it kind of you got to get the whole ball rolling and see how many programs you can get in and how many students per program?
Yeah, I mean, look, it was 5,000 to 6,000 disconnected youth, and I don't know if you can give the numbers on the full total at-risk population.
About 5,000 to 6,000 opportunity youth currently in the city of Hartford. When we look at those that are enrolled in school that are also highly at risk, have those early warning indicators, that raises the number up to about 8,000 to 10,000 in Hartford.
Can somebody speak on the technology that's going to be used, how it's going to be implemented, or how that works?
Yes, we're currently going through a process to identify a technology solution. We're looking at a couple in particular, but the main point is that it's going to enable individuals, because there's over 30 organizations who are part of this initiative, and we want to ensure that they are also connected and that we're being able to connect the young people. So once they're in the point of entry, the organization that brings them in will be able to assess them. And if that organization doesn't have the full services that that person needs, they'll be able to connect them to other agencies that do. So we're looking at a technology platform that's going to allow us to track, engage, and also report out the success of the various programs that are supporting our young people.
Are all the 30 organizations on board, or is this kind of like in the thing?
They were all part of the process to identify the technology solution that we're looking at. So we're very excited that we're going to be putting this in place fairly soon.
Just at a very basic level, if you were to go to a medical clinic, you would have an electronic medical record, right? Mm-hmm. And that would transfer if you go to the hospital. It would transfer if you had to have a different appointment for something else, right? no matter where you go in the healthcare system, there's one single electronic medical record. For our young people who are facing, emergency level crises, depending on the nonprofit they're working with, there's different levels of documentation, and there's no way of communicating currently between them. And so this ensures that we are following up with those young people, regardless of where they are getting touches, that we know who is not being reached and who has been reached by other nonprofits, and we have that same intake and referral information that transfers with them throughout the city of Hartford. All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.